Everybody, BMR, Bigfoot, Michigan Rob, how are you? The last encounter story I just put out maybe 48 hours ago or less was fantastic. I normally only put out one or two a week, but I'm inundated with emails. I got like 21 in my queue. So it's Sunday night. It's 1:30 in the morning. I'm bored. This story is pretty cool. Hope you like it. Here we go. June 10th, 2021, 11 p.m. I am a hunter and have spent much of my time in the woods of northern Michigan and have observed much of the wildlife that this great state has to offer. However, on this night, a friend and I came within 15 feet of something that was very out of place. Myself and a friend had taken off for the weekend to pull up to pull up the waders and hit the creek in search of some brown trout, maybe some rainbow if we're lucky. We met my dad at our property at our campsite. We have a decent amount of acreage that is down the street from the state land and relatively remote forest. After a long day of fishing, we sat around the fire talking and enjoying some music. There was no shortage of laughter and noise at night. My dad had decided to go to bed and headed to his trailer. My friend and I were staying the night in a different trailer that was temporarily moved from the other and located near the end of the driveway by the road. We had discussed waking out into the road to take a look at the stars. If I recall correctly, we were in a new moon phase and the road was darker than usual. We approached the road with our heads to the sky looking for shooting stars or something of any interest. Directly across from the road, our driveway was another driveway heading to our rental property. In a split second, I faced forward to see a large shadow in front of us. The height of the figure was unclear, but it immediately ran to the southwest towards an old planting of red pines. The footsteps were heavy. The best way I could describe it was someone running away from iron boots. Very quickly, the creature ran straight through the trees, breaking the thick branches along the tree line. In complete disbelief, I looked to my friend and said, I guess this is why people say they've experienced Bigfoot. At the time in my head, I was telling myself this was a very large male black bear, likely 600 plus pounds. But I knew it was something heavier than that. As someone who's grown up in the hor- as someone has grown up with horses, I can say that this sounded as heavy as galloping horses, but without any pattern to the footsteps. My friend, who is a veterinarian for large animals, agreed that the creature was incredibly heavy and that it sounded like someone with heavy boots. I spent hours standing in the road that night, watching the stars and listening to the sun into the late hours. I have heard of deer tracking down the area, nothing of significant size that would match what we witnessed that night. I've always been told that bears can sense you from a mile away and will steer clear. I've always felt like this was the scariest thing walking in the woods at night. We had a good sized fire and music, but whatever was waiting at the end of the driveway was observing us without fear. When it fled, it barraged straight through the thick pane, branching, causing havoc, and a good amount of destruction along the way. The fact that it did not follow any of the multiple game trails made me feel like this was part of our place, or the creature, that is. We returned to the encounter site the next morning and could not make out any large footprints near the road, nothing to match the pondering footsteps from the night before. It was very uneasy about heading into these tree lines where the creature had ran. What we encountered is a mystery to me. For the record, we were sober and very clear minded for what we observed. Was it a bear? I have trouble accepting that we just happened to have a 700-pound male black bear just 50 yards from a group of us making these noises and so on. We are located just a few miles from an ongoing and largely documented gifting site to alleged Sasquatch. I will not specify, but some may have come across this online. I will think twice about walking the night, unarmed from now on. Well, okay. Well, as far as being unarmed from now on, it's fine and dandy. You do what you need to do. A basic story, you guys, a basic encounter story. As I told you guys earlier, I will read them if you got them. Hope you enjoyed it. You know what? This is the data. This is what I presented, and I will read your stories. Hope you like it. I thought it was worth sharing. Thank you for the email from JC. Bigfoot Michigan Rob. You can find me Thursdays, noon, brunch with Bigfoot Michigan Rob. Subscribe to my channel. Share it out. I love you. It's Sunday night about 1:47 a.m. Sorry if I spoke a little, if I made some flaws in my speech, but hey, it's night time and I am tired and I'm going to bed. Have a great day. Love you all. Peace.